Hi guys, I'm Exactchaos and welcome back to another episode of Transport Fever 2. It is going well. We are seeing a little bit of a rise in the money and I am absolutely loving this game. I'm so addicted to it at the moment. Okay, so what has happened in the meantime is this new line that we've got that's running tools from all the way over here near Tianjin all the way to Jakarta is now starting to run materials back up here, and it is also obviously picking up some stuff and bringing it over here. What I'm a little worried about is that we are picking up all kinds of but I don't think we're picking up anything. Okay, just hang on, let me just have a look. So I see there is a way that we can actually just sort out everything. If I pick up this line, Jack Tools, please, Jack Tools, we can just come over here and say, well, this, where is it now? Jack Tools. So Tianjin branch over here, we can just say, guys, you cannot load this over here, nor can you can unload it. Okay, and similarly, I hope that means it won't be loading it to taking it elsewhere anyway also. Okay, so you can, by just playing around with the load and unload of the various stations, you can actually get it to kind of do what you want. So we'll keep that in mind. So let's see this guy come in here. It's gonna pick up some tools, not a lot unfortunately. It's dropping off all of that, picking up some tools over here, and it's obviously dropped off some materials over here to be fed into Tianjin. And now this should be growing quite a lot. Its emissions isn't being too problematic at the moment, but it is starting to slowly supply the materials that it needs. The tools, on the other hand, is not getting here quick enough, and maybe it's time for us to just have a quick look at our coverage. Look at this little road network that's done its thing over here. Was that me? No, some of it might have been me, but some of it probably wasn't. Okay, let's quickly have a look at our coverage map over here, so just see what's going on with this. So we don't necessarily have a stop that's going to supply all of this. So it might be time to add multiple stops into here. So if we say click this stop over there, it actually picks up most of it, doesn't it? So the 13th Street truck stop picks up, well, covers everything it needs to cover, right? So if we do that, it's maybe that one over there that's not covered, but everything else should be covered. So the question is, why is this it's not feeding enough through? Tools are coming in and the buses and the trucks are moving tools in there. So maybe what we need to do, there's some new trucks that can go a little quicker. No need for them at the moment. But what we could do is the tools line that runs all the way down south, this red line over here, this guy, what does it have? It's got a few tools on there, but it's going to come back with a fair bit of this. Let's pause the game just for a second, right over there. And what I would like to do is I'm going to go to Jack Tools, and I'm just going to say, manage the vehicles on this line. I'm going to grab this guy, and actually, before we do that, let's up it a little bit. We can do with a couple more stake cars, but what we're not doing is the box cars aren't actually filling up. So let's replace the vehicle. We're gonna stick with the China Rail one. Yeah, we're gonna stick with China Railways. We're gonna maintain our current color, so we'll do that. In terms of gondolas, no, not gondolas, box cars, we're going to grab 1, 2, 3, 4 box cars, maybe. And that's going to be 48 capacity. So that's pretty a lot. Let's just trim that back down to 36. And then what we could do is we could actually do the stake cars over here and say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of them should do a pretty decent job at getting the materials over to the other side. Okay, so let's do that. Let's say we'll replace that vehicle. Thank you, you've been replaced. And then I would also like to clone the selected vehicle. Thank you so much. So there we go. So let's keep running that line. Do we have any more people in this thing now? Oh, it's starting to pick up a little bit. And it's probably time for us to have a quick look at how our vehicles are doing. This guy has some tools available to us. Yeah, so hopefully it's going to run a little bit more now. Okay. Okay, so it's loaded up a lot of materials over there. How's our materials going in here? Oh, we're feeding all of the material need over here. The tool demand is only slowly picking up. Okay, where's our other red line now? I just want to see where it's headed. It's gone back over here. Did it pick up some stuff? Yeah, some 8 tools in there as well. That's pretty good. Hopefully that is going to work out a little bit better. Okay, let's quickly run through the vehicles that we've got over here. So I would just like to have a look at age. So apparently, so train to the food line over here. I don't think this line is actually... Oh, it is making a little bit of money. Let's quickly open that up and just see what are we doing. Jack Tools is not making any money. But the Hob food line is in fact making but just a little bit of money. Too many lines here that's not really making a lot of money, so there's some inefficiencies that we need to deal with, I believe. But this one is in very bad shape. It's 35 years old. It might be time for us to upgrade that just to something that's a little bit quicker. At the moment it's kind of running at probably 50. So let's see, let's grab this one. Let's manage these vehicles and let's see, it's time for a replacement on this one. Something a little quicker. We obviously need it in a nice greenish color. What can we pick up? 85, 115, 80 on the China Railways one is probably about the best bet for us. So let's grab that one, and then we need not boxcars, right? What is this? What does this thing actually use? Train 2 is transporting food, so it does need boxcars. So, sorry, gondolas. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 maybe, like that. Let's replace it. Thank you. So it should be able to transport. Is it gonna... No, that's not boxcar. Oh my goodness. Just pause it for a second while I sort this thing out. Train 2, please. Manage the vehicle. I don't... How did I end up doing that? I have no idea. Ended up grabbing the wrong stuff while I was trying to figure out how many to put in there. I was clicking the gondolas over here instead of the boxcars. Yeah. Those ones, I think. Anyway, the boxcars is what I want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Maybe is that what we're gonna do? Let's just replace that. So hopefully now we should be able to get that back up and running pretty quickly. This thing, I'm not sure we're shipping out as much as we should be shipping out. I think we're actually covering, well, we're covering the entire demand over here. So we can't take food anywhere else, can we? So that's the edge of what we can do with food. So I shouldn't be spending too much more effort on the whole food thing over here. Okay, shall we see what's going on with these red guys? Oh, I wanted to go back. Let's see. So who else is in pretty poor shape? Lightning over here is a bit of a... so let's manage the line. Is not what I'm after. Managing the vehicles. Come on. Lightning. Okay. Manage the vehicles. So let's grab it with some maintenance over there. And hopefully that means lightning will last a little longer. Maintenance is very high and the vehicle condition is still very bad. So maybe it is just time for us to upgrade this one. Or does it take a little while to get effective? Red Thunder. How quick is that? Actually, let's see. See how many are loading here. 90, 70. So we don't need much more of that. Oh, it's gone from very bad to bad. I'm not sure that's the right thing to do. We can get this out much quicker at the moment. So let's actually do that. Let's get a bit of a replacement going for this guy. Manage the vehicle. We'll get the replacement for lightning. We're going to stick with our orange color over here. And now we're going to go up to something that's a little quicker. So we're going to go with a Russian class SU. We'll add that to the mix and we'll get the nice new... how many? These guys. Ooh. 20. We'll grab these guys. They're a little heavier. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We're doing about that. Let's go 5. 100 capacity on this guy. Let's go with that. Let's replace it. Thank you very much. So lightning should be doing a little bit better for us now. Then these guys, Red Thunder and Red Devil, they're also not very quick. So let's upgrade them to get them a little bit quicker. Yeah, so let's manage those two vehicles. We're gonna replace both of these again with these Russian SUs. They're a red color, so we'll grab a red color over there. We'll grab the Russian SU class. And again, how many passengers do we typically see on any one of these guys? They can take about 100, but they're going at about 60 at the moment. So let's just try that again. Let's do a replacement vehicle. Okay, can we just get out of that a little bit? So we'll go with the Russian SU class. We'll do that, and then we'll pick up these guys at 1, 2, 3, 4 maybe. Yeah, is that going to be sufficient? We'll see. I think that should be okay. It'll run 100 kilometers an hour quite easily. So let's replace those two. Maybe that'll be much better. How many people on this? 64. So I think that's pretty good. This should go pretty quick now. It'll speed up nicely there. Okay, now any other very old vehicles? Train 5 over here on the Iron Line. It does 140, so and it's only 40 kilometers an hour. So maybe we need to get that one on something that does a little bit better as well. 140 it can easily move. So let's grab that guy. It's gonna got this kind of brownish color over here. We need something with a little bit of pull actually. This guy, yeah, so China Railways is the one. And it transports iron. So we need one of these gondolas in here. And oh, it's actually still got outdated vehicles, I think, on there. It's still got those guys. Oh, absolutely. So let's just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 is what we're going to run on this one. Perfect. So let's replace that guy. That should be much better also. Now, jack logs as well. There's a few of these that's still pretty slow trains, right? 50 kilometers an hour and so on. So a quicker operation can help a lot. So let's go ahead and manage the vehicles, and we'll upgrade these. It's still also the older ones. So jack logs transports logs. Okay. Whoop-de-doo. So let's get a replacement vehicle. It's again a bit of a kind of this kind of color maybe. We're going to go with the China Railways one. Get that one in there, and then it's going to be state cars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 maybe. Let's do that. It's going to run a little bit more at 80 kilometers an hour. Oh, we can't actually afford that. So, since we can't afford that at the moment, we may have to just hold on tight a little bit. That is going to be a pricey upgrade. If we remove 2 of these wagons, for instance, it doesn't make that much of a difference. It's just this this locomotive, and the value of what we've got on here at the moment is really, really low. Okay, let's hold on with that a little bit. So let's just get this, and we'll give it a little bit of high maintenance on there to try and get the operation a little bit better. I think that's got mainly to do with mainly has to do with the emissions, I think. Okay. Let's quickly have a look. Okay, now what are we producing? What are we giving? So we are providing both tools and materials, though tools could quite easily go up a little bit more. Over here we are providing both tools and materials. Both of them can go up a little bit more, I think. Over here we are providing only food, but we're doing all of that. So one of the next things I want to do is I want to get this fuel operation up and running. So we can quite easily get these guys to operate. And I think I might run it in here so that we could actually get a line to run through here also. An extra line. So let's do a little bit of that. So let's get ourselves a new station over here. Buildings. We're going to go with a cargo station. We're going to do maybe 3 tracks on that. Let's go with a little bit longer. High-speed rail and catenary. That is quite an expensive one. So if we say, I want to make sure we kind of... We're just going to need to touch it like that, somewhere like that. So let's do that as a station. Then let's grab our railway, or our tracks at least. Grab the tracks, the high-speed ones. We'll get catenary in there. Can we do that? We can, but that's a little tight though. Let's do that instead. We'll just slow the entire thing down a little bit like this. Actually, if you get it more equal, we probably get a bit of a better speed all along. I think that's probably about the right thing to do. So let's do that. We'll get this spot over here and we'll do like so. So now that's been included there. Let's get our signals in place over here. So we'll get a signal there and a signal there as well. What we'll do is we'll probably need to move. Let's do a little bit of this, and then what we'll do is we'll get rid of this signal over here. So that's the signal piece over there. Station is overloaded. At overloaded station, let's pause it. Some of the waiting passengers or cargo items get lost. In addition, overloaded passenger stations have a negative impact on town growth. I'm wondering if it's this one. It may be that one. It seems to be the only one that's got tons of stuff hanging out over there. It could also be something like this. It could be something like that. Whoa, what we could do is we could actually configure this and expand it a little bit. So let's go with cargo, and we will slot it in a little bit more over there as well. Nice. So we'll stand off with that. Not that that's going to make too much of a difference. Oh, as we configure it, we may as well provide ourselves with a little bit of an access point over here, so the guys can actually enter from this side. So they're going, oh, they'll cross over there. Anyway, it's fine. Let's just leave it as is. It's pretty good as it is, just doing the up and down over there. Oh, it's going out that way maybe. Yes, okay, so let's do that. Let's get the configuration going on. We'll grab ourselves an outbound movement over there, so the guys can actually pick it up and leave in that direction. And now there's a lot of stuff happening here. Turns around, goes back that way. Is there a constant flow of trucks coming in here? Where's the next truck coming in? Should we add more trucks to this? It's picking up a lot of stuff now. There's a lot of tools coming in here. There's a lot of materials coming in here. So this town is really getting a lot of stuff happening. How are these numbers going? It's looking pretty good. We are seeing a fair bit of growth over here now. Okay, let's get back to our fuel line over here. I would like to get this built in this episode at least. let's see. So we're going to want to give it a bit of a stop right over here. So let's go ahead and grab another one of these. Okay, so we'll do something like this, and then we're gonna have to do, we're gonna wrap it around. Where can we maybe it should go on the edge over here. Okay, so it wants it to be something like that. But what we could do is, let's get a bit of a road in here first. Just grab, we'll just run that road like so. Okay, so we'll put that in there. Then we'll grab this guy and we'll tie it in. Now we can turn it in a direction that makes sense for us, because we're going to either go in from that side. What angle are we going to use here? Maybe we're going to come in from this side only. We're going to have to expand this guy. So we're going to make a little bit of room over here to expand this and provide some extra room. Okay, so let's try and get it. Yeah, let's try and get it something like this. Okay, so that's in place. Okay, now let's start expanding this thing a little bit. Let's pause everything while we've got this going. So let's, how many trains do we have? We've got a train running in here now. Okay, let's go ahead and expand. Actually, let's clear some of this stuff first. Okay, that should do the trick. Now let's configure this a little bit. I would like us to grab, so we'll extend the lines on both sides. We'll add some more over here. Not sure that's too workable. We'll go for platforms, the cargo ones. We'll slot them in. Slot on the other side. That's not what I wanted to do. Can I please get rid of that? We'll slot that one back in. Okay, something like this. Okay, so now that's a nice big station over here. Okay, let's get out of here for now. I'm kind of tempted to run them in the middle now. So I'm gonna trim this back a little bit more. Okay, and then we're gonna see about getting a bit of track to go over there, and some track to run right over there. Wow, look at that. That's quite speedy. Okay, now I'm gonna have to trim this back a little bit more, like so, and then we'll see about adding some track in there and adding some track in there. I'm probably gonna redo this entire mess that we see over here by pushing everything out a little bit, but for now that should do the trick. What I could do, however, is I could just quickly go ahead and upgrade these guys. Okay, and some of that, just so that the entire station is at least homogeneous. Okay, we could now, I can come and run the rest of that line in here. So let's get some. Actually, let's get it going again. So the guy will be tracking out through there. Nice. Excellent. We can, that's one of the lines we should start looking at improving as well. Nice. So all of that's working. Okay, now let's get some of this line here. Okay, so that's gonna have a bit of a run through there. Then we're gonna do a little bit of that. We're going to tie this one in. And we're actually just going to run it along here. And just do a little something like so. So that's it. There that goes. Now let's see, how do we run this as straight as possible over there? Is that going to work? That actually works quite well. From which side did we take that one? Now the question is, do we run it in here instead? I think that is what we're going to do. And then we'll run it all the way around there. Nice. So that's going to work quite well for us. We'll tie it in there. Now it's going to be a pretty tight turn to make this work. And maybe we should start with the tighter of the two. Yeah, I think that's about okay. Okay, so with that turn in mind, let's start running it down here. That's pretty good actually. And we'll just tie it in. Ooh, that's not going to work. Yep, something like that should work. That's perfect. Now we'll keep running it in over here. And we'll run that back that way. And of course, what we'll need to do is we'll need to provide some of these. And I believe that is the fire alarm. So just hang on 1 second while I see if I need to evacuate. Okay, where was I? Yes, that was the fire alarm, and I'm back after a quick evacuation drill. We were busy fixing up this line, and I think that's kind of going to be where we call this to a close. I always can't understand why these switches just doesn't want to work the way I want them to. They're pretty good in this game. I mean, in Transport Fever 2, as compared to some of the previous one where they weren't that good. Anyway, that's it. So let's quickly do our signals. Do a few signals as we go around. I'm pretty sure we'll just do another switch over here as well, just before we get there, just to make sure that all of these can actually switch to the right tracks. Something like this and like that, and that should be that should get us where we need to go. Okay, switches. We'll do some fancy signaling all along here. We probably need yet another switch over here as well. A little something like that. Okay, good stuff. And I don't believe we need a switch on this side, but what we'll do is we will grab some signals over here, and then a final one. Ooh, that's not the one. That's the one I'm wanting. Close that up. Okay, so that should be okay. So now, what are we running over here? We are going to try and make some fuel. So the idea is that we set up a new line that comes from here to here to there, and then all the way there. Is that the plan? We'll just do that line, because it's all the same stuff, isn't it? Okay, so let's make that the fuel line, fuel production. Let's just call it something like that, and it's gonna need yeah, it's all just gonna be wagons. So all wagons all the way till here. So, and we should be able to add an extra little piece of track right over here to make sure that we use this guy to get the train there. So let's buy a vehicle. We've got fair enough, we've got plenty of money at the moment, so let's grab a China Railways. We will give it a kind of a purpley color like that, so we'll do that, and we are going to do tank cars. And yes, everything we need to process is going to be in this, and there's going to be 12 of that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shall we go with 10 and see if 120 capacity is a decent? It's just a mediocre power, but I think that's going to be sufficient. So let's go with 2 of these guys. I think that's going to be okay. 2 of them is going to end up costing us about 20k or 20 mil. So let's purchase those 2. We'll assign those to the line, the fuel production line, and let's quickly get it running, and then I'm going to end the episode. Here they come. Excellent. Are we seeing immediate? Yes, immediate oil is starting to happen. Let's just, if I check that line again, it doesn't actually have a stop. Where is the fuel production line? So it doesn't actually have a stop on this direction, but we've got it pretty good, and then a stop over there, and then it'll run all the way back. Perfect. I think that's brilliant. So there it goes. There's the next one coming through. Perfect. That'll run straight through all the way to the other side. We should have plenty of oil here ready to go when it arrives. So it takes 120, I believe. So yes, we should, by stopping here and then there, we should get both of them filled up. That's a pretty tight little turn that we've got there. And we can eventually see about actually providing a line that runs straight through here. We could provide a line that runs straight through here that joins this guy, so that we can actually use this for a bit of a passenger line straight through there also. I think that can be workable. Okay, so how much oil does this one have? So we should definitely be able to fill it up over here. I think 2 of them should be sufficient. Now it's nice and filled. This guy coming out. Yeah, we should get plenty more oil in there. Or crude is what it is, I think. Let's just get this first delivery through. Okay, how much is this one? Oh, excellent. So 2 full trains. This one doesn't need oil at all. I mean fuel. So the need for this direction to run full is going to be, it's not going to be a thing. It's got 2 oil already over there. Yeah, here they come, all stacking. So the next train that's going to come in is going to have a decent amount going there. Let's see how much a full train is going to deliver us here. Yeah, that's a pretty decent amount. It's going to load up only about 34 oil. There we go. Now let's see how much this is going to give us. Lots of transport happening over here. That 240,000 over there, and then this is starting to produce. So now we need to get the fuel out over here, and that is going to be the subject of the next video. So guys, thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, hit that like button. What do you think of our new fuel line? It's a little bit of a tight turn over there, and I think the use of it will be pretty okay in the future. See you next time. Bye bye.